Hey 5-1 crew, welcome back to 5-1 here. Today we're back in another Madden franchise video. Today we're playing the Giants. Wow.
It's a city home to one of the most loyal and passionate fan bases in football. And all the noise they're making is being captured by the Dome here at Ford Field in Detroit. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Cut. 180. What's that?
First give on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
1 yard gain.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Again, it's Gibbs. Shoots away from one. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Josh Sweat making the stop.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Has him on the quick hitter. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Here comes the 4th down snap to Goff. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Quick one to the outside by Dart. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
A gain of 19 yards.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And 2nd down's going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Third and long for him here. He's got it at the 5. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, Giants.
Receiver in motion, going left. Tracy crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York! The Giants get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Sanders all set to send it away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. They get to him before he can amount to much, just beyond that 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. Taking a shot deep here. This is caught inside the 15. He does it. Touchdown, New York. The Giants pull out in front further, 13-zip. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Sanders all set to send it away. He's got the squibber. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Out of the shotgun, Goff. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Giants get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league.
And he hauls it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants parlay the interception into points. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants push their lead to 21-zip already.
Lions nothing. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Making some progress here. A field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on the short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Goff. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He's going to push one deep down the right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball. Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. The Giants in control so far. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They have second and pretty long here. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's going to work ahead for a couple here. It's 3rd down now.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Darts looking at this 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
The Giants using their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Jordan Stout's headed out to punt it away on 4th. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Goff setting to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was hoping to get it to Isaac Tislaw there. And now they face 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Here's Goff. Henry on the catch. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
Giants into the nickel, 3rd down. Goff working from the pistol. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Bronk. They're going for 4th and 3. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked up by Andrew Phillips. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, New York. Well, they had to try something there on fourth down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. They'll go for it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Dart out of the shotgun. Off his back foot. He hucks this one. Sideline throw reeled in by Neighbors. And that's a New York touchdown. The Giants blowing them out now 34-zip. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Giants continue piling onto this lead.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. From his own end zone, here we go. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hold on.
Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that means 3rd down coming up. Air it out on 3rd. Screen here for Gibbs. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Jack Fox on to punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his first. Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Giants take over 1st and 10.
The New York offense ready to get going here. It's 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. They've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. And he's not cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. New set of downs from 37. Throwing on first down. It's Dart. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends him backwards ahead of third down. Here he goes, third and long. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. And really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
That's taken on the 7. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold.
At their own 22-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Back to throw it. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Big gain downfield. And he is down inside the 35-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Fox now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They'll motion Slayton left. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Back to throw. Here starts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Third down now. Here's Dart. Gets everything he has under this one. Well, they had the look. Certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. The Giants are set to punt. Jordan Stout's the one to send it away. And this one's kicked up towards the clouds. Wow! And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Gone. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Here's Abdul Carter making plays as he cleans that one up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw.
7-yard line.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. Working quickly here. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout, as that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Giants with an extra DB out there now. 3rd down.
180. Hey, Shell.
Looking to throw. Gone. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
He has it at the 22. And he's brought down before the return gets far.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Here's Tracy on 1st down. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Markers are resets. Here we go. Going for 44. On 1st down, here's Dart. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
2nd and 10 now, here's Dart. He puts some juice on a deep throw. He's got it inside the 25. He will go. Touchdown, New York. The Giants can cruise to a win, growing that lead further. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and one more ties the record. That one right down the middle. And the Giants grow their lead yet again.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a
The
touchback.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. A give left side for Gibbs. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collective.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Andrew Phillips. And this is going to be a New York touchdown. It's a pick for 6. That pick 6 ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. They're going to have to get points now in a hurry. That's for an offense who just threw the interception. Getting right back out there, you better flush it fast.
He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the choice to leave the end zone going to cost him just a little bit here. He's out short of that 30-yard line.
27-yard line.
Now Ryan lines to about ready. 1st and 10. Goff trying again here after the pick. Forced out to his right. And it's picked off, but, oh, yep, pretty clear he was out of bounds, so no interception, incomplete.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to with it.
That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. All right, look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
He almost threw another one. Back-to-back throws now that should have been picked off, partner, as he continues making risky decisions with the football.
Okay, it has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game, and failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
He throws deep to the left side, and they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Taking a shot for the end zone. And got his man. Touchdown, New York. The Giants keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. The 5th of the game for him, tying the NFL single-game record. Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Giants tack on 7 more to their lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Returnable from the 1. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. To the air on 1st down. Here's Goff. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. A 28-yard pickup there. And that is good for a Detroit 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Goff tosses that quickly out wide. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Straight ahead with Gibbs. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up. And that play right there, Brock, is this game in a nutshell. No points, but plenty of struggles.
What did the late, great John Wooden used to say? Never confuse activity for achievement. Not seeing much achievement today. I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer. Extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
On 4th down, Goff. And he had it for a second, but unable to hang on. And the possession literally slipped through their fingers as they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Kate, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. He's got room to roam. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
1st down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Giants football, and they've got to feel pretty good about this score entering the 4th. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Here's Tracy once more. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're set backwards. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
He's got his man. This is Austin. And that's a huge hit there, but he's still able to power through enough for
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New York.
Fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. So it's going to be second and goal. Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants continue adding to an insurmountable lead.
Giants.
Sanders connects on the point after. And the Giants continue adding on to that lead.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Oh, he spins right by him. And his choice to leave that end zone going to cost him a chunk here. He's out shy of that 25-yard line. The Detroit offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Now a pitch to Gibbs. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Ball's on the 48. Here we go, first down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He's going deep. And they pick him off again. Corey Black has got it. And the Giants have it after forcing his fourth INT of the day. First down from the 42. On the handoff, this is Tracy.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat. But the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
At the Lions' 43-yard line.
From the gun, here's Dart. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Third and long for him here. He's loaded another one up. This is caught inside the 15. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
And he's able to fight this down to the 2. It's a gain of 8, and we have reached our 2-minute warning. After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes second and 2. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Giants throwing 6 more on the blowout. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game. And now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Things going well so far. And that's out of bounds all the way across the 45, very nearly to midfield.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
And this one does not go far. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. And they pick him up again. Picked up by Andrew Phillips. And the Giants get it as he makes his 3rd interception of this game.
We're watching the defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
And they're not stopping the destruction, partner. That is caught. Touchdown. The Giants running them out of the building. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. His 6th of the game. That's the first NFL player to catch that many in one contest. Wow. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Sanders all set to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Coming right is Gibbs. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's set out.
And the Lions.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the gun, Goff. Trying to push deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. 2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass.
2nd and 10.
Goff to the air now. Throwing the out route complete. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. We've set it downs for him from the 31.
1st and 10 at the 31.
Here's Goff on 1st and 10. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. He's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in balance.
Throwing again. Here's Goff. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal. Giants into the nickel. 3rd down. Goff setting the throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal try. This will be a 45-yard look from the left hash. Bates' kick is up and good. And finally in this 4th quarter, Brock, they're able to get something up on that scoreboard.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
On the return, here comes Austin. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, one more snap to play here. They'll run it with Devin Singletary. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. Well, everyone's been wondering, Brock, will this be the week? Is this going to be the week that the streak ends? Well, nope. Chain another one on as the rest of the league keeps wondering, will these guys ever lose again?
Yeah, they're the team that everyone wants that shot at, right?
Yeah.
A chance to snap the streak, but then no one's been able to truly stand in front of. It's going to take a special type of performance, 60 minutes plus, from a special team to finally